Jimmy, goals all over the place at the moment, but of course we are going into our next matchup here, and of course it will be IKLAX up against, I'll tell you who it is in a moment, it is IKLAX up against Honorably Airborn, of course. Honorably Airborn lost his first game. That was against
he was up 2-1.
Bravehearts, who's dominating that game.
He was up 2-1 and then gave up a goal in the 89th minute, which ended up being the decider, lost 3-2. But he's a very talented player, uses a whole bunch of different players. A lot of people don't use an ultimate team, so it's exciting to see when he has success, because I think he's trying to show people, hey, you can win with a variety of players in this game.
And he's in a good position here, because I think if he gets a draw here, he will go through, whereas IKLAX needs the win. So IKLAX has to be the man on the attack. But Honorably Airborn, he has goals in his locker, so we're excited to see whether he's going to be smashing them. And of course, we'll keep you updated on the Sony match as well. That's currently back underway at 1-0 to Sony.
Yeah, it's everything to play for. I love round 3 of any competition, because now everything's out the window. Everything that you thought you were going to do or how you have to adapt, you're now trying to survive at this point. And I think it's going to ultimately serve them well moving forward, because if they can survive a big match with everything riding on it, it's only going to serve them well heading into the knockout rounds.
And Honorably Airborn did well when we were in Sydney. You know, obviously he got, I think he reached about 6th or 7th, despite using a unorthodox team, obviously using the team that he used at home. Just to explain to you guys at home, obviously you guys have all been playing FUT Champions throughout. Obviously, you guys at home have to trade your way or open your packs to get those players. These guys here now obviously have had to do that to get here, but now that they're here, they've had every single player in the game unlocked to them that was available up until Monday. So just about everything you can think of is in there.
Yeah, and I think to get back to Honorably Airborn, having the experience of Sydney and having all these players now at his disposal has been interesting, because back when we were in Australia, he was using Alexi Lawless, which yeah, I'm a fan of. I want to see, you know, American internationals being there. But now I think he's wisened up. I think he took some shots from Spencer during the broadcast that he took personally, and now he's like, listen, I'm just going to play with the best guys ever. I'm going to win. I'm going to dominate. I'll show you guys. And I like that. I like that he's taking that initiative and he's rising to the challenge.
So yeah, because Wallace is unlocked through the challenge, isn't he? It's one of the challenges in there. So obviously that's how he's got the players. So obviously, not everybody has the crazy cash to get themselves a 99 Ronaldo. Yeah, so, but as you can see in this team, he does certainly have the 99 Ronaldo, along with the 98 Team of the Year Suarez and the 98 Team of the Year Messi, and throw in a Modric in there with Vidal. A lot of people using Vidal actually.
A more traditional setup, right? A formation that a lot of people use and players that everybody are familiar with. I like the personality, though. I like that he tries to use, and he has those guys on his bench, so we'll see if he ends up bringing any of them on during the run of play.
The standard changes we've come accustomed to. 4-3-3 going to switch over to 4-2-3-1 once again, so standard tactic change, almost a default for a lot of players here. Looking at the quick custom changes, switching a lot of the attacking runs, going fairly aggressive actually then. That's Honorably Airborn, the guy that really only needs a draw out of this, so he's going aggressive into this.
And I think he should. I think if you, now these guys don't have the privilege of seeing all the other games play out, but the people that stay aggressive and stay on the attack end up winning these games. If you ever take your foot off the pedal, like we've seen, and I've said this a few times, it's going to hurt you. It comes back and catches you, and you don't want that. And you want to make sure you have that same mentality throughout this whole tournament, which is just go, 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 forward, forward, forward. I'm going to win as many games as I want and score as many goals as I possibly can.
And I'm interested to see how this works out, of course. We heard Chu and Spencer talking about earlier, Honorably Airborn using Figo on one of the wings. Obviously not the quickest player in his day.
But some savvy.
Certainly
got some savvy.
An absolute brilliant player, no doubt about it. Also, on the other side, there was also another choice. I will get back to it when I see it, because I can't actually remember who it was, but there was definitely a player I spotted. Obviously, Hullit's in there, as always. Hullit was almost a staple diet. We are on the Xbox here. It is all about the legends, which is why we're seeing a lot of these players. And Boateng finally being used by Honorably Airborn as well, instead of Alexi Lawless.
Which makes me a little sad. You want to see the old red-haired goatee out there.
He had some big locks as well in his day. Obviously, I did FIFA Interactive World Cup with him back in New York. Not quite got the same hair that he used to, sadly.
he's got a little more buttoned up, I think,
he's got a little smarter. Speaking of Figo, there he is, breaking down the wing. Well, he has got pace at the moment, it seems, because he's stretching his legs. He's beating the head of the defender. He's even bought himself a yard. Gets the ball across. Ronaldo sets it up. Brilliant stuff.
Unbelievable.
The Portuguese link-up.
And it's one of those things, too, where at some point, where's IKLAX going to step over? When is he going to defend him? When is he going to defend him? And Figo just went and went and went and said, thank you very much. I mean, I don't think we're going to see an easier goal scored
I mean,
throughout this tournament.
it was a big defensive error. Obviously, the left back took that step. I think he was expecting the cut in a little earlier, and then just completely sold himself a dummy.
And when you're defending in your box, you can't guess.
Yeah.
You got to stay true to what's happening. And when he guessed, give up that opportunity. Now he's down 1-0.
It's nice that we have the stadium announcer in there just to make sure we know it was Ronaldo that scored.
Some atmosphere.
Yeah, indeed. Modric to Suarez. Suarez got lucky there. Laurent Blanc steps in.
All right,
another legendary
Blanc.
defender in there.
Very good career.
Trying to do a little flick up there with Ronaldo. Messi tries to drag back, finds it through. Ronaldo nearly got lucky there.
Farman in goal.
Farman,
wow.
okay. That's not your average goalkeeper legend that I expect.
That's the airborne we know and love.
Yeah, so he had to have a bit of, bit of finesse in there. Ronaldo, though, Figo's made a run, and Figo's available again. This time, can he sell the player? Cuts inside. Going to lay it back into the midfield, I think. Go through the centre. No, goes over the top to Ronaldo. Finds himself space, cuts it in. He gets himself another for Suarez. And it's that Portuguese link-up on the wing that is working so well for Honorably Airborne.
The connection between the two Portuguese players is excellent. But again, almost a carbon copy of the first goal. Finds himself at the end line, cuts it right back in. Thank you very much.
A beautiful overhead through ball as well. Figo to Ronaldo.
Very good. Well-timed run. Found himself in a good spot. Got to question the defending because at some point it seems too easy. And now we're going to see IKLAX make some changes, or maybe Airborne here is making some changes.
I mean, we're only 15 minutes in. Remember, on Airborne, he went very aggressive, changed a lot of attacking runs. So maybe he'll start adjusting that. At the moment, he's just having a quick look
he's
around
up
the
to
ratings.
nothing. Maybe there's some adjustments he wants to make with regard to where they pressure the ball, when they try to move, how deep they are, where do they start their pressure. So many different opportunities and options in this game.
We're still looking at IKLAX. He hasn't changed his tactics or anything. I guess that's what he's doing now. Obviously, that's IKLAX on your screen. Just figuring out exactly what he's going to change. Honorably Airborne, looking pretty cool.
Yeah, there's something maybe about that pause where it's a Jedi mind trick that he's trying to do there, or he's trying to get into his head a little bit.
Well, I mean, it is the mentality that could go in there. Obviously, you go sit and watch the goal replays. You know, and we talked about this mental edge. Obviously, the players can't skip through the replays here. So it can do it. It's what you're used to doing. You just fly through the menus as quick as possible.
Well, it looks like he made one change.
Alaba's on, actually, I just saw.
Yeah, Modric is out, and Brema's in, yeah.
Well, he needed a bit of defensive work, and there is a goal for Messi.
What a response from IKLAX. He's like, listen, you want to score a goal from the end line with a tap-in? Yeah, I can do that too. I don't know if that Jedi mind trick really worked to Airborne's favor. Oh, man, just like that, 2-1. He's right back in this game. That is an incredible reaction and response to going down 2-0.
Well, something we have seen from Honorably Airborne is the fact that he can score goals, but he does let goals in. Obviously, he's had high-scoring matches throughout so far. The Australian up against it here, but again, trying to break down the wing. This time, Kyle Walker is there. That left wing seems a little stronger. Using Griezmann down there, can get knocked off the ball. To Vidal, to Hullet. It's a strong midfield. Ronaldo back to Hullet down the wing. Suarez is all alone, and Alaba cuts it out to Ronaldo. It's a through ball, but there's not really the pace for Suarez. He's getting tugged. He's getting pulled. He manages to find himself space. Can't quite get past Bremer, the legend that is the German.
So IKLAX, he made the big sub. Interesting. A lot of moves there in that pause. A lot of things that had happened. And a good response coming out of that, because at 2-0 down, you got to think, oh man, this might not be my day. This might not be my tournament. This is going to give him a lot of confidence. And now Airborne's got to think, what am I going to do now? Do I just try to hold on to this lead, or do I keep attacking?
Well, I think holding on could be the worst thing he does.
Well, we've learned that already so far.
He's got Figo down the right, Suarez in the middle. Where's Ronaldo going to go with this one? Is it going to be the Portuguese link-up that's continued? He tried. Figo, though, using the positioning. Not going to work out for him. Bremer cuts it out again, but Vieira's there.
That's unfortunate. You do so well to defend and then give the ball up right away.
That's a great pass. Pinpoint accurate to Ronaldo. On the byline, thought he'd taken it out. Keeps it in and then buys a corner from Ferdinand. No, it actually came off Ronaldo. So it gets a goal kick.
Airborne's definitely got a style. Let's get that ball to the end line. Let's work some magic there, and then there's going to be guys waiting for the tap-in if I can get past the first line of defense.
Suarez to Hullet. Now Ronaldo holds it up. Just a little flick up on his toe there. Hullet. That's a bit of a weak pass, but it almost managed to nestle its way through to Messi. Blanc will just play it back to the keeper. Now Walker. through the middle to Pogba. Now Ronaldo. Figo just trying to find his feet on that wing. There's a ball over the top for Ronaldo. It may well find its way through. He gets himself a little step forward, but Ferdinand covered off his run.
Again, that long ball into that one pocket, that one channel is something that Airborne definitely tries to take advantage of. Tries to run Ronaldo into that space, or Suarez too.
Just clipped off the heels of Ferdinand once again there. It does seem that IKLAX has tightened up their defense with those changes.
No question, it's clear that he made a direct choice to say, hey, listen, I'm going to counter what Airborne's trying to do consistently, because he's going up the right side every single time. We haven't seen him use the left side too much.
Risky pass, cut out by Ronaldo to Suarez. Ronaldo's got bags of space. Suarez can't quite get through to him, though. And the two defenders saw him off there, tightening up the controls. Hullet to Vidal. There's a Messi down the wing. It's a little too adventurous for him. Alaba will cover off that run.
It's unfortunate. I feel like you're forcing that pass in that moment as opposed to waiting for that space to open up.
Ronaldo's got a lot of work to do, but he stopped the dummy.
Wow.
Oh, Neuer called into action there. What a great turn.
Great turn. Way to create space, get that shot off.
Inside post header. Not quite going to get it. Big Rio Ferdinand there. Got to do a lot to get past him in his day. Laurent Blanc, though, still up there from the corner. Suarez back to Blanc into the middle. Not going to quite get past Boateng, though. And now a counter-attack chance here as a lot of players forward. Gets it to Suarez, but David Alaba seems to be a rock so far for Honorably Airborne. Ronaldo takes on a shot
that is
from
unbelievable.
30 yards out and finds the top of the net. A little shake of the head, a rueful shake. It's like, well, you know, you've got to take it on sometimes.
What a finish. When nobody steps to the ball, they're going to invite you to take that shot. Ronaldo, incredible technique. But if we can bring that back one step further, it's David Alaba winning that ball in midfield that sets up that whole chance. IKLAX was trying to set up a counterattack, was trying to get support. Ball gets turned over. Ronaldo gets it in a good spot, and he punishes them for that mistake. Great goal.
Top corner and just before half-time, of course.
Which is always a dagger.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, IKLAX, he had tightened things up. I mean, it was 15 minutes, he was 2-0 down, and obviously for the rest of the game, gets himself that goal. Okay, back in it, but you know the stats don't tell a lie. It's only 4 shots.
Yeah,
only four shots for Honorably Airborne.
Yeah.
And he scored 3 of them. 2 shots for IKLAX, and he's just got the 1.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I think he'll feel hard done by being down 3-1. But I think Airborne should be winning this game. He's really set the tone. He's set the kind of the emphasis on how this game is going to play out. And IKLAX had been reacting a little bit. Then he made that pause. He made the change. He scored right away. And then I think he started to force the game a little bit, try to hit passes that he didn't really need to make. He could have been a little bit more patient. And sometimes you wonder if that's on IKLAX, maybe pushing it, but also a credit to Airborne for just having good defending and trying to win the ball back in good areas to counter it the other way.
And the problem is for IKLAX, like while he was starting to develop and do well, he had made a lot of changes. He's made the substitutions already, so hasn't got a great deal left to change.
No, you're right. He doesn't have much to change, and other than formation and where he tries to win the ball and try to set up his team and where they want to attack. Again, I can't emphasize enough, Airborne has to be careful, though. If he just does possession for possession's sake, that could come back and bite him. So it'll be interesting to see how the second half plays out.
Yeah, well, let's get it going. Let's get it started. On your screen there is the trophy that they're all playing for, of course. You've got to get a long way to get it, though. Got to get a win here.
Are we allowed to touch that, or is that taboo?
Jim, maybe you, Jimmy. I don't know if anyone else can, but
I don't know if I'm good enough to touch it, but I mean,
able to.
I might just take it home with me.
But you know, if you're a player, you don't want to touch it.
That's
really.
true.
You
No,
don't want
that's
to touch
taboo.
it. You
Yeah,
know,
that's bad luck.
That's a bit of superstitions and all that. But obviously, you've got to get to Berlin to pick up that trophy. That's for sure. And of course, to get to Berlin, well, for the rest of the world, they need to win in their respective console on the PlayStation and the Xbox. And here we are, Honorably Airborne doing his best to break it through into the knockout stages. Pogba tries a little turn, but Boateng not having any of it.
Good early start there from Airborne, going forward, being aggressive. See our IKLAX response to that.
Ooh, Vieira. Uncharacteristic mistake
Great
from him.
ball.
He's got a real chance here for Alaba. A parry doesn't lead to a goal, though. Obviously, it was taken a little early, so Suarez and Ronaldo weren't able to get in position. Ronaldo, a little drag back, trying to buy himself some time on that wing. Tries to cut it back, but Vidal reads it so well. Hullet, so strong and solid in the midfield. Now to Alaba. That
That's
through
the
ball
pass.
was awful.
I was just about to say before that happened, this is the time where IKLAX needs to make that one pass just to maintain possession, and then as his team comes up to support him, then he can start to attack with some numbers.
No-nonsense tackle from Bremer there, put Figo on the floor. Didn't quite play in the same era, so it wouldn't have worked out in real life. That sets up Vieira to Griezmann, turns and shoots. Good block there, but the header from Griezmann.
The power header.
Pops up, and that, was a power header. How did he build the power from there?
I have no idea, but it hits the back of the net. Great opportunity from Airborn, finds himself in a great spot. Had some numbers, had a couple different options there. But yeah, wow, he generated a lot of power from a standing position. 4-1. I think this one could be done and dusted.
You think?
I think so.
I
might put myself out on a limb. 3 goals.
Well, after seeing Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain, I really don't. I just don't throw myself out there anymore because anything can happen.
That's true.
As it is, there's a long way to go from IKLAX, and like you say, Honorably Airborne, he's taking his chances, man.
He has, and I don't see him letting up. He seems to enjoy going forward.
Yeah.
He seems to enjoy scoring as many goals as possible, not just keeping possession. So it'll be. I don't see him being the PSG in this tournament. I think he's more the Juve.
Indeed, just keep on going. That's a big mistake. Oh my word! Walker finally gets in there. IKLAX almost led him straight through there. Ronaldo, I think it's actually Suarez probably that was trying to poach on the end of it. There's Ronaldo through to Suarez. Can go up wide. Messi's in there. Ronaldo's going to try and take it through the middle and just take a shot on. We saw Honorably Airborne doing it.
Maybe. All right. It's 4-2. Still 30 minutes left. Yeah, all right. It's possible. I still don't see Airborne being the PSG in all of this, but a great finish. Looks like maybe got a little deflection, maybe not.
Look, it's got to that stage. We saw Honorably Airborne taking an outside-the-box shot on the edge of the D. Why not? He's got to start doing that. We saw Messi scoring some absolute screamers in Miami.
Yeah.
So it is totally possible. These guys have the space. You know, if you do back off them, then take them shots on. Looks like we're going to see Dembele coming on for Figo.
Right. We don't get to say Dembele's name very often.
That's Musa, isn't it? Is it the Musa Dembele? It is, yeah. I believe.
No, I think it's Osman.
Osman.
Yeah.
Osman.
Interesting change, but I love that it's forward thinking. He's still going to try to press and hit him on the counter. Maybe you drop off a little bit, and you can spring your attack through Dembele.
He's fast.
He is fast.
He is fast.
Interesting stuff.
I mean,
but
that's a big change because Figo obviously the slow pace but perfect passing to just the breakneck speed down the wing. Let's see how he adapts to it. Pele also coming on for Suarez, we just saw there. And Neymar on for Griezmann. So quite a few changes going through. I think that's just about all the substitutions used up. Something we don't see a lot of, actually. We don't see a lot of players using all the subs up.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. But I like the changes. He's not changing defenders for defenders or taking off attackers and bringing on defensive players. He's going for it. He's trying to go for that 5th, 6th goal. Really put his stamp on this tournament. Honorably Airborne is here to play.
He's here to play. Well, of course, he's not going to be top in his group, but well, you never know, actually. I don't know what's happened in the other matchup. Maybe he is going to top it, but as it was, he did lose to Bravehearts earlier on, who was on 2 wins coming into this game, so we'll see exactly what was going on in the other matchup. But as it is, this is looking very good for Honorably Airborne, but still at 4-2. Let's give a lifeline to IKLAX. If you can get another, suddenly it's squeaky bum time for Honorably Airborne, I think. As Vieira just holds things up.
As a neutral, I think I'd like to see that. Let's make it 4-3.
You'd like to see squeaky bum time?
Let's see some squeaky bum time.
But I was just looking at Honorably Airborne, actually. A little bit more, I would say, concentrated, slower in his passing. He wasn't going for those big through balls that we're working on earlier. He was just playing it short passes around the midfield. And maybe it will cost him. Maybe it is starting to get a little nervy.
He is starting to play that possession, hold the ball in the corner, and got Neymar in to hold up the ball, do some tricks, kill some time. I appreciate, again, the tactic, but as we've seen, it doesn't always work out for him.
Well, Hullet cuts that one out. Ferdinand to Boateng. That's a dangerous pass in the box. Ronaldo gets his foot on it, tries to just lay a ball through. Neymar wanted to get on the end of it, straight to Pogba. Oh, these are dangerous, dangerous passes from IKLAX, but he's got away with it.
Yeah, IKLAX just has to trust that he's going to get 1 or 2 more opportunities. So just be patient. You don't have to go all in just yet. It's getting there.
Well, he needs 2 opportunities right now.
But you don't want to just force it.
You don't want to start going long ball yet. You're not England.
Getting close.
You're not England yet. Messi back to Pogba. Pele to Ronaldo. Through ball, not going to quite cut there. Alaba once again
Good
He's
defending.
been solid for Honorably Airborn. This is a great counter-attack chance. Neymar beats his man, muscles him off it. Not something you see too often from Neymar, using his strength. Tries to cut inside, has to lay it back, gets it to Suarez. Suarez to Dembele. Ronaldo in the box looking for a shot. Oh, it goes through Vieira's legs.
So that's what I don't like. I feel like if the game was tied, he would have shot with Dembele there. And because he didn't, he gives now IKLAX a chance to get back into this game because he's not thinking about getting that 5th goal. It's more about killing time.
Messi brought down 83 minutes. It's now or never really, I feel, for a 3rd goal to try and make a chance.
This is it.
Ball forward from Ronaldo. Laurent Blanc looking for the header. Patrick Vieira's in there, gets it clear. Neymar through ball chance. Ronaldo one-on-one. He's just got the keeper to beat if he can get past the defender. He's got 3 men forward. He's got men in numbers. Neymar to Suarez. Suarez, Neymar waiting in the box. Suarez might take it on. Lays it across for Neymar. And it's a tap-in for 5-2.
It is over. I didn't even think he was going to shoot at that point. I thought, all right, he's just going to try to waste time. But he does well. IKLAX has to figure out a way to chase the game. Obviously, he's scrambling at that point. So a nice counterattack there from Airborn. 5-2, good performance overall. I think this is really kind of the cherry on top of a fantastic performance.
He's one of those players that we've seen so often, you know, can be aggressive, likes to score goals, but he is going to leak some in the back. That's the problem. 5-2 though, solid scoreline for Honorably Airborn, putting a bit of a statement out there for the rest of the groups to make himself through to the double elimination stage. Of course, it has been round robin. Group stages, 4 teams per group, or 4 players if you prefer, and 4 groups per console. Of course, we're going to be having the next 2 PlayStation groups and Xbox groups following this. At the moment, though, it is going to be Honorably Airborn that will go through, and he's going to be joined also in that group. Of course, Braveheart already picked up 2 wins at the opening, so that's almost guaranteed him a place. He's on 6 points.
Yeah, and both of those guys had a fantastic game in game 1. I got to watch that one. It was 1-0, then 2-1, then 3-2 right at the end. They're going to be tough competitors.
And Braveheart picked up a win as well, so he's actually gone through full 9 points. So I think
we don't see that very often.
The only player I think that's gone through in maximum points. But a quick look back at all those goals, of course. Honorably Airborn and IKLAX there. Little shrug effectively with the handshakes like, it's gone out there. But Honorably Airborn, of course, does pick up the win. Campbell Knowles from Australia. A solid victory for him overall.